What if I told you that some of the most successful people in history, from emperors to entrepreneurs, all shared a secret weapon? It's not about wealth, connections, or luck. It's a mindset, an ancient philosophy that's more relevant today than ever before. It's called Stoicism, and it might just be the key to unlocking your own version of success. Now, when you hear the word Stoic, you might picture someone who's emotionless, who bottles everything up. But that's a huge misconception. True Stoicism isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about understanding them and not letting them control you. It's about building an inner fortress of calm and resilience so you can handle whatever life throws at you. Think about it. We live in a world of constant notifications, endless to-do lists, and overwhelming pressure to succeed. We're stressed, we're anxious, we feel like we're always reacting to things instead of being in control. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote. It teaches you to focus only on what you can control and to let go of everything else. This one simple idea can completely change your life. Let's break down the core principle, what Stoics call the dichotomy of control. Imagine drawing a circle. Inside the circle are all the things you have direct control over: your thoughts, your actions, your choices, your attitude, your effort. Outside the circle is everything you don't control: the weather, the economy, what other people think of you, traffic, a global pandemic. Most of our anxiety and frustration comes from trying to control the things outside our circle. We worry about what might happen tomorrow. We get angry when someone cuts us off in traffic. We feel hurt by a negative comment. A Stoic would say, "Why waste your energy on these things? You can't control them. Instead, pour all your focus and energy into what's inside your circle. You can control how you respond to traffic. You can choose to learn from criticism instead of letting it define you. You can prepare for the future, but you can't control it." This shift in focus is incredibly liberating. It frees up so much mental and emotional energy that you can then channel into productive action. Let's look at a practical example. Say you have a big presentation at work. You're feeling nervous. What's in your control? The hours you put into research, practicing your speech until it's smooth, preparing for potential questions, creating a great slide deck, getting a good night's sleep. What's not in your control? Whether the projector fails, whether your boss is in a bad mood that day, whether a key client cancels at the last minute. The typical person might obsess over the things they can't control, feeding their anxiety. The Stoic focuses entirely on preparation. They do their absolute best with what's within their power. And if the projector fails, they don't panic. They accept it as something outside their control and adapt. Maybe they have handouts as a backup. Maybe they just deliver the presentation with even more passion and confidence. They handle it because their peace of mind isn't dependent on external outcomes. Their success comes from knowing they did everything they could. This leads us to another key Stoic idea, amor fati, or love of fate. This doesn't mean being passive. It means embracing everything that happens, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as a necessary part of your journey. It's about seeing obstacles not as setbacks, but as opportunities. When something goes wrong, instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" a Stoic asks, "What can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? What opportunity does this present?" Thomas Edison's lab famously burned to the ground. He lost years of work. His response: he reportedly told his son, "Go get your mother and all her friends. They'll never see a fire like this again." The next day, he was already planning to rebuild, seeing it as a chance to get rid of a lot of old junk. That's amor fati in action. This mindset transforms challenges from things that break you into things that build you. Every failure becomes a lesson. Every difficult person becomes a test of your patience. Every unexpected problem becomes a chance to practice your creativity and resilience. When you stop fighting reality and start working with it, you become unstoppable. So how do we start practicing this? It's not an overnight switch. It's a daily practice, like going to the gym for your mind. One of the most powerful Stoic exercises is called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This sounds grim, but it's actually incredibly empowering. Every morning, take a few minutes to think about what could go wrong in your day. Your car might not start. A project might hit a snag. You might have a difficult conversation. You're not doing this to become a pessimist. You're doing it to mentally prepare. By visualizing these potential setbacks, you do two things. First, you're less likely to be shocked or derailed if they actually happen. You've already thought it through. Second, you realize that you can handle it. You can call a rideshare. You can brainstorm a solution for the project. You can approach the conversation with calm and reason. It strips away the fear of the unknown and replaces it with a quiet confidence. Another powerful practice is journaling. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect. What did you do well today? Where did you let things outside your control upset you? What could you do better tomorrow? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about self-awareness and continuous improvement. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, did this religiously. His personal journal, known today as Meditations, is one of the greatest books ever written on leadership and self-mastery. He was the most powerful man in the world, yet he still took time every day to check in with himself and hold himself to a higher standard. By combining these practices, focusing on what you control, embracing your fate, and mentally preparing for challenges, you build what the Stoics called an inner citadel. A fortress of tranquility and strength that no external event can breach. Your success is no longer defined by your job title, your bank account, or other people's opinions. It's defined by your character, by your ability to act with courage, wisdom, and justice, no matter the circumstances. When you're calm and centered, you make better decisions. When you see obstacles as opportunities, you become more creative and resilient. When you're not wasting energy on things you can't control, you have incredible focus for the things you can. This is true success. It's not about achieving a perfect, problem-free life. It's about becoming the person who can thrive in an imperfect world. It's about having a deep, unshakable sense of peace and purpose, regardless of external chaos. So I challenge you to try it. Start small. The next time you feel stressed or angry, pause and ask yourself, is this thing that's upsetting me inside or outside my circle of control? If it's outside, consciously decide to let it go. Redirect that energy towards something you can influence. Try it for a week and see how you feel. The path of the Stoic is a lifelong journey, not a destination. But it's a path that leads to profound strength, lasting peace, and a more meaningful definition of success. It's an ancient operating system for the human mind, and it's time for an upgrade. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content on building a stronger, more resilient mindset. Let me know in the comments which Stoic idea resonated with you the most. See you in the next one.